Have you opened up this picture? Okay, we're going to take a look at all these different tools available here. Okay, let's look at one by one first. Do you have this spot healing brush tool? Okay. Now when it says about spot, right, that means it will, based on one spot, right, it will try to correct for you. Okay. This is like, it's quite intelligent. It will try to find the nearest pixel to blend in together. Okay. Remember when we were doing the clone stamp tool, you need to define your spot, right? But this tool is different. You don't have to define any spot. But having said that, right, sometimes you'll be a bit too stupid that it will take the surrounding pixel and you'll mess up your pixel. Okay. So when you're using this tool, right, you have to be a bit cautious. Okay, can we just zoom in a bit to this? Yeah, collapse this. Okay, now I'm using this spot healing brush tool. Okay. Later you'll try. Okay, but I don't think it's very good because, right, it'll try to recover for you. I think you will get more white color instead. Okay, that's why I say it's smart too, but sometimes it's not very intelligent. Okay, now this one, right, same thing also. Can you try to define one spot first? But you see, they will warn you this, right? Am I right? You don't have this? Don't have. You see the spot healing brush tool. Just double check. Is your icon the same as mine? Same. Is it called spot healing brush also? Same. Okay, now can you try to put your cursor here? Now I want to remove this patch, right? The dark patch, right? Okay, the reflection here. Can you try to click? You see how I do it first? Okay, you see, I actually try to cover this part. Okay. Okay, I click and do not let go. Then I let go. Okay, I repeat. Now, just now it was like this, right? Now, the spot healing brush, right, it will try to remove all the patches that you don't want. Okay, so in this case, right, it should be filled with this pixel color. Am I right? Now you try to, there's a reason why I start from outside. Okay, then I try to cover this part first. Do you realize that some of it you try to blend in already? Okay, but of course this is not a very good example because this is a building. Okay, but this will work very well on the skin. Okay, like when you try to blend in your mole or whatever pimples you want. Okay, now if you go and try to carry on, you go and do it like this. You see how I do it. Next step. See, I go and do it. Now I don't think the result is ideal because, right? Do you see that? Because, right, when I do that, you see I actually touched the bottom, the line here. So you try to capture the surrounding pixel as well. So you see, that's why sometimes you will interpret wrongly. Okay, in this case, right, this is not a very good example to use. Okay, now, okay, I undo back first. Okay, just undo back here first. Next one, let's look at healing brush tool. Okay, healing brush. Now this one, right, you need to define a spot. Okay, can you try to hold down alternate? Try to pick one area. Okay, now I pick here. Okay, okay, then I try to. Do you see that it's a bit similar to your clone tool? Okay, but this one, right, is a combination of your healing brush and your clone tool. Clone, right, you just copy whatever you define. But this one, you try to copy and mix together with your current, with your existing pixels. That's why you see it's actually like blending with that already. Okay? Do you get the idea? When you use clone, right, you will copy exactly the same. But when you use healing brush, right, you will try to blend in with your existing pixels. Okay? This one is also good on the skin, actually. Okay? But for wrinkles, right, you can actually just use spot healing brush. Okay? Later we will try on the man, then you'll see better. Okay? Okay. Next one, let's look at patch 2. Okay, this is quite good in the sense that if you can, how to say, it's like a plaster function. You can just plug here and then you paste on it. Okay, but it also a combination of your healing brush and your clone tool. You also mix together. Okay, now let's try this patch 2. Okay, but first of all, you need to draw one area first. For example, okay, I'm marking up this area. Okay. Okay, now put your cursor within the marquee, and then try to click and drag. Do you see that? Okay, now I try to put here, but this one will not turn out a good result also. If you can see that at the bottom, okay, do you see this part is a bit dark, right? So when you try to blend, right, you see this part, right, will be a bit dark. Okay, now I let go. Okay, you see that? Now you will follow here instead. Okay, I try to repeat one more time. You see I click from here, then I move. That means, right, you are trying to ask this part, right, to follow whatever is here. Then I let go. You see that? But do you realize that over here, right, it's not so dark compared to this? Because when you use patch tool, right, you will try to blend with your existing pixel again. Okay, so just remember, whenever you use this tool, right, all the icons here, right, they are trying to blending with your existing pixel. Same goes to your content aware move tool. This is very powerful because in that video last time we showed is, for example, there's a lady here, okay, then there's a lot of grass. She actually moved this lady to here. Then over here they were able to fill up the grass for you. But it will work well because, right, the grass is okay. You can mix and match, doesn't matter. But like this kind of thing, right, it will not. Okay, maybe you can try. Okay, let's try this content aware move tool. Now I still use this as an example. Okay, now you try to click and drag this. Okay, I want to shift this, but right, I want to shift this patch to another location. I want to move here, then I let go. Do you see that? Because remember when you were using the move tool, right? When you shifted some selection, it will be gone. It will show you the background color, am I right? But when you use content aware move tool, it will try to move your existing patch and then try to cover for you this part and try to blend in with the existing patch. Do you see that? Now it's gone. Okay, but do you see the loophole here? It's not so natural. Okay, so depending on your usage and your picture as well, actually. Okay.
The missing part, will you be able to touch it?
Which one? This part?
Yeah.
Can. After that, you still can use your, okay, I'm using my clone tool. Okay, I'm going to, okay, this is always too big, right? Okay, so I can just, okay, pick up here, and then I just move a little bit. Okay. But before that, let me set to 100% first. Click, and then click, click, click. Recover already. Okay. That's why actually it's more difficult to touch up, how to say, structured object like this. But when you're touching up like sky, ocean, or grass, right, or sand, it's very easy. You can just anyhow plot. You don't. There's no. You see, right now I actually have a degree to follow. I have to slant my clone. Okay, and it also takes some practice to get used to it. Okay. Okay, if we are okay, now let's look at transformation. I still have a bit more to cover. Now, in the exam, right, actually, somebody will ask you to rotate the canvas size. Okay, see for example, now our layer, I only have one layer, right? Okay, can you try to press Ctrl T to free transform? Are you able to do that? Okay, that means at your layer, background layer, right? Can you try to free transform, which is Ctrl T? Are you able to call out? Cannot, right? Because this is a single flattened layer. So if you want to do any adjustment to this, right? For example, they ask you to flip or to rotate, right? In this case, you need to go to image rotation. Do you see this? Now you can try clockwise. Okay?
So just now the test should be used this method rather
Yes. Okay. But if you don't know how to do this, right, it's okay. You still can. Okay, highlight everything. Okay, remember your select all, Control A, right, to select every pixel inside. Okay, now you can activate your Control T. You try that?
than repeat this step.
Okay, Control A to select all your pixels first. Now Control T. Okay, now you can go and, okay, I want to flip, right? Flip horizontal. Then remember to press enter and then deselect, Control D to deselect. After that, you see it's still background layer. Okay? So actually there are too many methods to do it. Now, can we try, because just now you all were asking about the canvas extension color, right? Okay, let's try this first. Now, look at the layer. Right now you have one layer, right? Okay, which is locked, which we know that whenever you see this, you know that this is actually the flattened layer. Okay, your wording should be slanted. Mine is not. Okay, some of you should slanted. That means it's flattened. Now, can you try to, okay, right now I have the background color which is white color. Okay, so can you go to canvas size, image canvas size? Do you see that your canvas extension color is on now? Okay, now can you cancel first? Okay, go to your layer. This is how you actually, unflatten your background layer. Can you just double click here? Double click here. Do you see they'll ask you new layer now? Okay, click OK. You are converting the flattened layer to single layer now. To the active layer now. Do you see there's no lock icon anymore? And then when you shifted that, do you see there's a transparent? Okay, I undo first. Now this is different already. When you save this file, right, they don't allow you to save as JPEG anymore. Can you try? File, save. Do you see they prompt you Photoshop instead? Okay. So whenever you see this, right, layer 1 or layer 2, right, they actually remember this as layer file. It's not JPEG file anymore. Okay. Now, can you try to extend your canvas again? Do you see that right now it's gone? You can't really set the color now. Okay. Unless you go and flatten your image. Okay. Try to flatten your image. Now it becomes the flattened file, right? And you can't move them. Am I right? You can't move them. Now when you go to your canvas size, you see, it will come back again. Okay? Okay. Now, say for example, your client provide you this file, which is quite low res, right? Okay, then you have no choice. Okay, sometimes you need to blow to 300 dpi, right? But we know that when you're using this method, okay, let's go to your image size first. Control Alternate I. Okay, now look at this. Right now it's 72 dpi, right? Okay, I actually told you yesterday that you can actually set to 300 dpi, but then your dimension all will become smaller. Am I right? Okay. Now, if I want to reset this setting, right, you can hold down alternate. Do you see the cancel become reset now? Okay, hold down alternate, click on reset. It will give you your previous setting. It works across all the message box, whether it's a filter or anything. Okay. Image size.
Hold on, 300.
You must make sure to uncheck resample.
Okay.
You type in 300 already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already.
Now you hold down alternate.
Hold on.
Do you see the cancel become reset?
Oh.
Click on reset. Okay. It will give you back your original setting. Okay, now the first method is actually preserving the quality. Okay, but if you do not want, right, you can actually do this. You see, I did not check the resample. Uncheck the resample. Okay, now I put it 300. Do you see that they are forcefully the image to blow up? Do you see it become very pixelated? See, this is 100%. Just now it was so tiny. Okay. Then do you realize that your image size also changed? Okay. It was only 147 KB, but now it become 2 megapixel. Okay. Of course, this is not recommended. But sometimes we really got no choice. When die, you can only use this image for your poster, for your billboard, for your banner. Then we got no choice. We need to blow up and then we bring to our artwork. Then sometimes client they only say, "Oh, sorry, I only have this picture. You must use it no matter what." So this will what you will face. Okay. Okay. Yes.
How come I click resample, then change to 300 pixel, right? But my image size and dimension didn't change.
How about this? It's also still the same one.
Still the same.
Okay. How about this?
It,
Is it the same as mine? Right now mine is
Yeah.
link.
sorry, it's
Same, huh? Okay, can you try to reset first?
Okay.
Hold down alternate, huh? Okay, now you type in 300. My size also didn't change. I mean the width and height is still the same. It's only the image size here. The file size. Yeah, okay. But actually they give you some dimension, some preset also. If you look at this, do you have this fit too? Don't have, huh? CC actually have, huh? You see, I can actually blow up to certain size that I want. Okay, of course this is still not very ideal, huh? It's not very ideal. Okay. Now, sometimes if you want to reduce your size to 50%, you can actually change to 50%. The percentage here, do you see this? Okay, change to percent. Okay, you see right now I actually blow up to 400 over percent. Okay, so for example now, okay, can you click on this, change to percent? You see they actually blow up to 400%. Okay, now if I want to blow up to 200%, okay, because you have this resample is checked, okay, so they will resample accordingly. Okay, if you do not use this, right, you see, okay, let's say for example I put to 300, then they'll adjust according to your resolutions, because it should be like when your resolution is low, right, then you can go bigger picture, but when it's high you should become smaller picture because of your quality.
So if we use higher resolution, then it will adjust to the best.
Not really, because you still need to consider about your final output. Like what I mentioned, if it's for web, right, this is too low res also. That's why usually, I mean, for my experience, I don't really rely on the automatic adjustment. I still very much based on my final output. When it's for print, that I will use to 300, but I'll have to limit myself. I can only use up to 3 cm, for example. Okay, I click cancel first. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just revert the file first. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can actually do the touching up here nicely, slowly. Okay. Now, first of all, right, this is what I have shown to Miss Juliana also. Now, although you can use the clone stamp tool, right? But it's best that before you start cloning, right, you should roughly mark up your area first. Okay. Now for this one, right? For example, now I know that this part, right, is very similar to this part. Am I right? Always similar to this part. So naturally, I will go and you see, I don't rely on the content aware move tool because I want to have greater control. Now I go and move my thing here. Okay. I Control J and then I put it here. Okay. But you see that it's not natural. Never mind. Remember our layer masking? This is where your mask will come in place. Now you see. Now, right now I already copied this, right? I should have a soft edges so it will blend in better. So in this case, right? Okay, I'm going to create a layer mask to this picture, to this layer only. Okay, right now it's all white color, right? Okay, I can go and use my brush tool. Okay, remember to reset your brushes later. Okay, reset to. Okay, don't save. Now I use the soft edges. Okay, then I come back here. I think it's too big. Okay, now see? Now when you want to create a soft blending mode, right, you don't use 100%. Okay, you can either use 20% first, or 50 or 40. Okay, then I slowly go and okay, now I do some touching up. Okay, I'm using black color because I want to give a soft edges. Okay, now I go and slowly do it. Okay, now when I turn back the background layer, right? Do you see that? It's better than just now, right? Just now you can see a solid edges. Okay, that's why you see layer mask is really useful. Okay, so you see actually right now it's better, right? So I'm going to merge these two. Okay, then I go and carry on and do this part. But do you see the similarity again? I can actually copy this whole thing and put it here. Same goes to here. Okay, so do you want to try on your own?